Hello, everybody.
Hello,
it is Skip Clark, 92.1. We're off to a good start already. I love this guy. We're off to a great start already. It's day 9 of the Great New York State Fair. And as you can see, I am joined by two very important people of the State Fair.
Yeah.
The two most important people.
Oh, I don't know about that. I don't know about that.
Certainly
Alice Majuri.
No doubt.
Alice Majuri.
Majuri, very nice.
Is it Majuri?
It's
Alice
Majuri.
Either. I'll
Okay,
take
we did
either.
that.
Seriously.
All right. And our State Fair Director, Sean Hennessy, is
Yeah,
hanging out with
Skip,
us. How
it's great.
are you?
I'm wonderful. Now that I'm
Yeah,
here in
yeah.
this shady spot with Alice Majuri and Skip yourself.
Yeah, we have an open bar inside, by the
Do you
way. So
really?
if you need to, no,
This
I'm
is
just
wonderful.
kidding.
Scotch rocks, please. Actually, hold the
It's
rocks.
on the way. It's
Hold
on
the
the way.
rocks.
It's on the way. Well, here we are. It's a brand new fair. You are now officially the director.
Yeah, it's
How
amazing.
exciting was that?
It really is. I
Yeah.
tell you, it was really a big surprise. I'm very lucky. I'm very lucky. I'm blessed. I really am to work with people like Alice and
Mhm.
everybody else in the fairgrounds here. It's a great organization. It's historic in terms of state fairs, the
Yeah,
first state
yeah,
fair in the country. To be kind of in that lineage with some of the amazing directors we've had in the past. It takes me back a moment, to be honest.
Absolutely.
I'm very pleased.
You know, I see you all over the fair. I'm walking around doing my
Yeah,
thing
sure.
too,
Yeah.
and I'm going, I wonder what his watch is telling him. How many steps do you get in? You said something earlier.
Yeah, I walked 9 miles yesterday.
9 miles.
Yep.
9 miles.
9 miles. Yeah.
God bless you.
Yeah. And listen, it's great. It's a great workout. Alice actually is right with me when I do a lot of these miles. So I don't know if it's great for Alice, but Alice, what do you think? Is it great for you, or what do you
I
think?
love to walk. I wish I
You are
could get
walking.
more steps in at the
Yeah.
fair. I think yesterday I did 4 miles.
Okay.
The day before was 5. So I'm like slowly checking them off.
Now we
Yeah,
still
yeah.
have a few days, so
We do. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it'll be a lot of fun. So I will tell you, I was mentioning prior, like, I'm eating fair food, and I have actually lost weight while I'm here. So if you get your steps in,
That's
right,
amazing.
and you don't go crazy, you have one big meal a day, you can do this 13 days, hopefully 13 days
So-
straight, not 11 like last year. And we'll get into that later, possibly.
I had the prime rib with the potatoes O'Reilly.
Oh,
Back
God,
to
that
back
sounds
yesterday.
dynamite.
It did, and that's why I got it.
Yeah.
But I don't think I walked enough to work it off. As you
It's
can
okay.
see.
Everything is dietetic here until you leave the fair. So really, if you
You know,
stay
it is
here and
the
don't
fair.
leave,
It is the fair.
and what you do, you're here like.
And do you realize, Sean and Alice, you're sitting in chairs where the stars have been sitting?
Yes.
That's-
I'm very excited about that. In fact, that was the first thing I said.
Yeah.
Who is sat in this very chair?
Yes.
Because we've been so gracious with the help of the Great New York State Fair and Alice, just wonderful, getting us involved in the shows and interviewing the artists and all that. The radio station that's able to do that. We're live, we're
You're
local,
so close. You're so
and
close.
we're right here by
Yeah,
Chevy
yeah.
Court, and of course,
And it's a great
Suburban
interview,
Park.
really.
Yeah. It's a lot of fun, and Suburban Park's just a stone throw away too.
Yeah, no, it's not very
think
far.
it's-
Yeah, even by tram too, if you want to take tram
Yeah,
over there.
it's
But
like
this,
9.
I mean, this is such a great stage.
If
Great
you need-
performances here recently.
If you need to get your steps, it's only about a 7-minute walk if you know how to
Oh,
scoot your way
shimmy.
through people.
Yeah.
I've done it.
And so who do we have tonight? We've got Ludacris tonight.
You got Ludacris. Now,
Yeah,
what do
so
you think?
Luda's
Now,
in the house.
you've got Ludacris coming in. What about, there's a lot of talk that he could break Lainey Wilson's record.
Oh, is
Yeah, it
there?
could be. I mean, if that's the talk of the town, we want everybody down here.
Yeah.
We want everybody to come down and take part. It's going to be a great show. He's a great performer. He's not just a great performer, he's a great person.
Yeah.
From what I hear, he's very down to earth, very approachable, and he just brings it every time he comes. So we're, again, I use the word blessed a lot, but we really are here at the state to have amazing bands. We're blessed to have them here. So come down, enjoy it. The weather's going to be absolutely stunning.
Can you
knock on wood here for
tell
tonight.
us about some of the changes for this year that you've started this year?
Yeah.
There's some new things
A
going
lot
on.
of changes. So the beginning of the fair, we had our Asian village, which, Alice probably has told us over time, like people come to the fair, they see the rides, they see the agriculture, they see the great food, and I could go on and on and on. But realistically, the fair is about inclusion, right? It's
Yes.
about acceptance. It's about everybody. People, right? It's about people.
People.
And Alice, maybe tell us a little bit about your thoughts. I mean, they hear from you all the time. You tell us what you think about the fair, Alice.
The fair is really a celebration of all that New York has to offer, which of course includes food and agriculture and entertainment. But people come together around these things, and thus the fair is about celebrating people and all of the different diverse cultures and traditions that make people
Yeah.
people.
Mhm.
So, as Alice mentioned, try to be inclusive, try to make sure everybody has a place here at the fair. We have a long-standing relationship with the 6 nations inside the Haudenosaunee, the Indian village. We have a Pan-African village. I've had it for years with the Linda and Ben Robinson. blessed to have them here. And then we have Latino Village at the the last 4 days of the fair.
Sure.
I grew up in Flushing, Queens, right?
Yep.
Very, very, very heavy dominated area by the greater Asian community. And the Governor Hochul has been really engaging with the refugee community. And when I came to Syracuse, I'm not from here. Grew up in Flushing, Queens. I live in the North Country near Watertown. I'm not from here, so when I came here, Ty Shaw, who's a local Asian leader, we sat down breaking bread, just having a good, having a chat, and just came up with this concept about having a place for the Asian community. Ty took it, ran with it with a name that I'm sure everybody in Syracuse is used to, Julie Lefebvre,
Yes.
who was the commissioner for Parks and Recs, ran with it with Julie, who's now our operations director. I'm telling you, it seemed like that was in place for 15 years. It was done so well. It was an amazing experience. Variety of ethnicities celebrated there, and faiths, to be frank. It's just an amazing thing, and we're just happy. So that's one new thing.
I love it. So what about going entirely cashless? Because I'm hearing a lot of pros and I'm hearing a lot of cons. And I'll be honest with you, a lot of people may not agree with me,
Sure,
but I hardly ever have cash in my pocket.
I never carry cash. I don't have a penny on me.
I have my
I have
debit
my card.
card. I go somewhere. Yes.
Yeah.
And it's fine in many places. Then I went somewhere, I want to say it was yesterday, and it was cash only.
Oh,
I went, what?
I didn't see that coming.
That doesn't happen.
Yeah,
And there's an
I've
ATM
had that
machine
happen
right
too.
there.
I've had that happen too. It's not rare. But
Are we
finish
in
it.
that process of maybe looking towards the future and having all that happen?
Yeah, I don't think so. We're really not pushing that way just yet. But
Yeah.
I mean, obviously everybody coming in is seeing that it's cashless at the gate. The vendors, a lot of them are cash and card. I don't know of many that are cashless, cash only. Do you know of any or no?
There
any.
were a couple in Asian
Were there?
Village.
Oh, okay, Asian Village. Okay, so yeah, you're right. Actually, I did have some cash there, but
Yes.
majority of them are cash and card. To me, the card is just part of our everyday life now, right? I mean, it's just becoming so common. So, and there's also, we're trying to be more sustainable here. Lower the impact on the tax dollars. When you have cash, you have to account for that. You have to, you have to audit
Sure.
that. There's a variety of things. You have to run it from place to place. The security sense.
Yep.
When you don't have that, it removes a piece of our budget that we don't need to account for, and it's also safer for all the employees. So that's
I know where it was. It was at the Lady Wilson show. The bars over there. I went to get a cold one, or two, or three.
Yeah, great beverages up there. Yeah, Taste New York is up there. Yeah,
Very good.
and Matt, his
And
place. Yeah, it's great.
that was cash only. That's where it was.
Oh,
So it made me think a little bit.
Matt's. Yeah,
I pulled my card out. I was actually going to buy my boss a drink.
nice.
He ended up
You're
buying for me
I
because
guess
I
I'm
didn't
not
have
buying
cash.
you one today.
I guess I'm not, Sam. You
Well, you
got
scored.
cash.
That was good. That was a
It worked out well, actually.
Was
mark
it-
for Skip.
Was it the tents near the stage?
Yeah,
Like
facing
Big
the
Kahuna
stage
area?
on the
Okay.
left-hand side.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah, it's not close. So, yeah.
I can picture that.
I get it though. So if you plan on coming to the shows,
Bring some
put a little
cash.
cash in
Yeah, a
the
little
pocket.
cash never hurts. Yeah. And
What
cash
else?
is king. Let's be honest.
Yeah. What else? What else?
So we have a newly renovated. I mean, I'm going to get to the dinosaurs in a second, but
Yes.
we've got a newly renovated Cheyenne Street project where we took part of Restaurant Row, complete renovation, sewer lines, mechanicals, underground, water, electrical, all new underground. It really needed it. It's been in really sad disrepair, less since Twin Trees left there, but it's beautiful, and all the vendors that are there are loving it. I was a little concerned about flow of traffic. If folks are going to find it, they found it very, very quickly. It's a very comfortable place to go. There's a lot of seating in there. It's really comfortable. So that's great, Pete. There, little things to some folks like paving, right? ADA. We're never been so accessible for the ADA community. New features inside the youth building where folks in the physically challenged world have never been able to access that stage. We put that's just one case, but we put a ramp into that stage, so now folks in the ADA community can ramp to that
Very
stage.
nice.
You see those features all over the fairgrounds. Now, getting to some of the features that people want to see when they're here, all new horse shows, 6 new horse shows.
Nice.
More ag that people have known of in the past and seen it. The dinosaur show is brand new, all free.
Dinosaur tracks in the middle
Yeah,
of the
you can
road.
see them in
here.
the road. I love this. We got a big
I love
dinosaur
that.
at gate 1.
And the big dinosaur that greets you with its mouth that makes a noise that sounds like thunder. It's very cool.
Yeah.
I love it.
It's really cool. And I mean, tell us about the kids. Have people been going to see the show?
Oh yeah, everyone loves to go see the dinosaurs. And then of course we have the Disney Palooza this weekend, which we had a little bit of a show change. And thank you guys for helping us get the word out.
Yes.
The Disney Costume Palooza was originally going to be on the Chevy Court stage at 1 o'clock. And we have moved it to the Suburban Park stage at 2 p.m. simply because it's a big production and we needed more room. And we expect a lot of people to come out for it. We wanted to allow more room for people to be comfortable.
Yeah, it's a great point. I would have forgotten that, Alice. I appreciate that. Alice is great. So many people would know Alice from the downtown committee and what she had done in Syracuse prior.
Excellent job.
You know, if people say to me every so often, very few times, they say, "You sound so articulate." It's I'm talking off a sheet here. Alice is kind of she's got her hand on my back and she's got a sheet on the paper on the floor. But she does really. She does. She's the best communications. Awesome. I mean, I've worked with a lot of great communication directors. She's really top shelf. She's amazing professional.
Thank you.
We really
she keeps us up on everything, and we just love her as well. So
she's
you're lucky to have her. I can tell you that
much.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, I mean, everything looks really clean. Everything looks great. I think your staff is doing a wonderful job. The entertainment is top notch.
Top shelf.
I do want to know, how did you get Lainey Wilson?
It's a great story. It's a great story attached to it. So we are constantly looking for, and we're actually looking now to book for next year, right? So we booked Lainey just probably a month or two prior to her hitting it on the CMAs. She's got her show on television, right? Yellowstone. But we got her booked solid in stone, not going anywhere, about 2 months before she hit on the CMAs. Once she hit on the CMAs, her quote went up 7 times.
Yeah, there's no doubt.
So she won't be back again. Maybe not for some time, but
well, don't ever say that.
You missed that show. You missed something special.
We got it at the
hit
sweet spot.
We really did.
They did that years ago with Lady Antebellum.
Yes.
And they packed that when they did the big shows here at Chevy Court. It was a record-breaking crowd out here, and they booked Lainey Wilson for Lady Antebellum or Annabelle, Lady A.
Lady A, now known as Lady A.
I know, Lady A. But we went through all that change, and I understand it. I get it. But it was a record-breaking crowd here at Chevy Court. It was just amazing. And you got Lady A at a fraction of the cost that it would have been if you waited just a few months.
For the folks that were here yesterday that saw Chapel Heart too, by the way.
We're sitting in those chairs.
I'm telling you right now, Chapel Heart is going to be the next. If you were at that concert, you got a huge value for your dollar. I'm telling you, if you even paid to come into the fair, because some people 12 and under don't pay and 65 and older don't pay. So if you're at that concert, I'm telling you, those ladies are next level. Next level.
We had them on our podcast yesterday. We interviewed them here with the Wolf.
God, if you have a chance, listen to Skip's interview.
Yeah, there wasn't a dull
just
moment.
Amazing folks.
They had us
they're energized,
laughing and tears, and it was just crazy.
I will tell you, we Danielle Ponder couldn't make it this year. There was some stuff that happened. Danielle Ponder's another one out of Rochester that is going to be going places very quick. We're going to try to book her for next year quick because I don't want her to go away or go bigger.
Maybe we can hit the sweet spot again.
Thank you, Alice. Right? Yeah, try to do that.
That's
great.
You will.
So it's acts like that we just pride ourselves at the state fair. Sure. And listen, take advantage of it. These bands, are just, they're all next level. And we've got a number of great acts coming. So we look forward to see everybody at the fair if you haven't been already. Everybody come back again. Another
cool thing about the acts, I think, is that we really strive to hit all age groups, all decades. There's something for everyone in our musical lineup, really. Triangle Talent are wonderful partners and helps.
Yep. Yeah, Triangle Entertainment, excellent. We got Clay over here and Tom over at the other stage.
True
and we just love it. Yeah, absolutely. You know what? And that shows. So the state has done a good thing by, in my opinion, having that contract with him.
Yeah.
So to bring these.
They have a very local feel. When Alice and I deal with them quite often with Triangle. They have a very local feel to them. They aren't like this big group that's above you and telling you what to do. Kudos. We pick the acts that we book here. They are generous enough to get us a cadre of folks to pick from, but we do the bookings. And they're just a great organization. If you're booking large scale talent, you want to talk to Triangle.
So how does that, when you go to book somebody, let's say you're starting to think about next year already, and I'm sure you are.
Sure.
Do you just bring all the names, put them on a table and say, okay,
well,
what is everybody thinking? How does that work?
At the end of the last fair, Sean sent around an email and asked us in the office who we would like to see, like who our tastes are. Knowing some would be high, some would be low.
Sure.
I know year round when I'm in the car, when I'm listening to the radio, I'll keep an ear out and I'll think, could we get that person? Oh, that person had a few hits a few years ago. I forgot about them. So I keep a running list that I'm sending over to Sean.
Yeah, no, and that's very helpful. So I'm in a certain age bracket, right? I know what I like, and I'm an old fart, to be frank. I don't know if I can say that on your channel, and I guess I just did. So what
it's all good.
But I am an older dude, right? And Alice is a younger person who has got a younger flavor for music. She likes the oldies. I like a lot of them, but she has a different type of perception of music than I do. And we have folks throughout the fair that have that perception as well. So I don't know what I don't know. And anytime I can get hints on somebody maybe that's up and coming, I'm more than happy to listen and take those constructive
now
thoughts.
Peter Noon has been here.
He's not going anywhere.
That's where I was going. We love him too. And Chubby Checker.
Chubby's been back with us 2 years now.
Yeah.
He looks like he's 45 years old.
Yeah.
I don't know what he's drinking. I don't know what he's eating, but whatever it is, we need to find out.
Exactly want to know.
Yeah.
Now, before you were the interim fair director.
Yeah.
Now you're the fair director, but
Right.
you worked for the DOT, right?
Yeah. So I've had a long history in public service. So I started out as a building superintendent, just managing, overseeing operations in a building in Watertown, New York, called the Dulles State Office Building.
Mm-hmm.
That went really well for me. I became a regional manager for them. This is a very long story, but very short. So I became a regional manager covering Buffalo, Syracuse, North Country, and the Mohawk Valley. That went well, I guess. And then I applied and received a job as operations assistant commissioner of operations with the New York State DOT, overseeing emergency management and capital program, and also as an ombudsman. That was a big part of it. Just dog and cat and tree kind of stuff. With just
There
people
was
on
a
the
lot
street.
of administrative stuff.
Yeah,
I mean,
there's a lot
you
of
weren't the
administrative
guy
stuff. But
getting in the truck and plowing the road.
I wasn't that guy, no, but
Okay.
I was interacting with those folks. And if we had issues, especially large scale disaster events, that's something I really was involved with. So it would have been, flooding out in Sequoia Creek or large scale storms in
Right.
Mexico, New York.
Right.
I was with other emergency
I get you.
operators kind of overseeing the operation there. So anyway, so I did that for a while. At the same time, I was co-executive directors of an Irish festival in Watertown. And I was on their board for 15 years, and I did all their bookings for them, international bookings and local bookings. At the same time, again, I was doing a radio show in Watertown called Echoes of Ireland, which many in the Irish community here would know of, and that went really well. It was a very big show in the North Country. I didn't really did it because my mom's from Ireland. I love my Irish Catholic culture. I was also a regional district director for the Ancient Order of Hibernians. And so all of that culminated. I sent my resume and all those things.
That's a hell of a resume.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I sent my resume in. My brother saw it on Indeed. He told me you should apply. I never thought I'd get it. I never even thought I'd be even interviewed for it. But I was lucky enough to get several interviews for the position. I was
here
put
you
in as
are.
interim, and here to
cool.
sit with you today. I'm a lucky man.
awesome.
I'm very
I can
blessed.
tell you've done a radio show because you're very comfortable with that
Oh,
microphone.
thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah.
I should just get up and walk away and let
Nah,
you handle
Skip,
this whole thing.
You got it, man.
Um,
I'm blessed to be in your presence. I mean, you
and
got a
I'm
long
blessed
history,
to be in your
very long
presence.
history. Yeah.
And I love getting on stage to introduce these country artists. And I look down and I see
can
Alice and
tell.
I see Sean.
People can tell. People can tell. Look, I can tell you, and everybody listening can tell when people are faking it. You're not faking it.
No, I love
You
it.
love your
Absolutely.
industry. You love what
I
you
do.
do, and it shows in your performances. So,
Thank you.
and I mean that. It really does.
Well,
We're lucky in Central New York to have you.
No, I'm glad to be here, but to you as
Yeah.
well, because look where we're sitting. Look at the people. Look at the smiles.
Everybody's
look at the
smiling.
food.
What's up, folks?
It's
Good to see you.
crazy. Yeah, they're
Where
all
are y'all
waving at you.
from? Where do you call home? I'm from Flushing. Where are you? You're Woodhaven. No, you're not.
It's a whole
The
different
Woodhaven Tavern. They
conversation
closed,
now.
right? Didn't they close the Woodhaven Tavern? Great Irish place down in. Yeah. John. No, I think of the guy's name. Anyway, Woodhaven. Anyway, stay right there. I want to chat with you guys
All
after we're
right.
done.
Yeah. All right. Well, are you done?
I'm done.
It's Sean
Stay right there.
Hennessy. He is the New York State Fair Director. Alice Missouri with us as well.
Yeah.
And what is your media relations?
Something like that.
Something like
Oh, yeah, it sounds
communications
good. Yeah,
director.
I got it.
Yeah,
I got
PR,
it.
It's
Yeah.
just
media.
easy to say comms director. That's
Yeah.
it.
So if we see Sean, we're going to see you.
Absolutely.
Or we see you,
Yeah.
we're going to see
And when you hear
Sean.
Sean, you're hearing Alice.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Not
well,
always.
she was over here on the phone, probably going, Sean, where
Yeah.
are you? I'm waiting at the booth.
yeah. She's
All right.
great. And you're all great. Thank you.
Thank
Thanks for
you.
taking the time to chat with us.
Yeah, absolutely. Sean Hennessy,
Yes, sir.
your New York State Fair Director, sitting with us. Alice Missouri as well, Communications Director.
Yeah.